have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is a faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, "My country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York."
When the stakes are high, the debates get hotter. When the issues demand clarity, we bring the fire. Welcome to Crossfire. Crossfire, where politics meets perspective, where issues are dissected, and where no topic is off limits. From the corridors of power to the pulse of the streets, we break down the politics, the controversies, and the decisions that shape our nation. Join Dr. Tony Olisanbeki as he puts guests on the hot seat, drilling them with the tough questions, demanding the hard truths, and leaving no room for half measures. Get ready for fearless conversations and uncompromising analysis. Crossfire, exclusive on Udala 104.7 FM Onitsha, every Saturday from 9 a.m.
A very beautiful morning to you and welcome to Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM this lovely morning. This very beautiful Saturday morning. Today is the 14th day in the month of March in the year 2026. Wherever you are listening to us from and whatever you may be doing, it's always a pleasure to welcome you wherever you are coming from. We thank you so much. We appreciate you for your time, for waiting, for everything you've been doing We say may God bless you, and many of you have been waiting for this very time, for this very period, for us to get into what we have this very morning. And for some of you who may have seen the post somewhere, knowing what we may do this very morning, we appreciate all of you. Remember, on this very platform, we speak the truth, and we uphold the truth, and we preserve the truth. We call a spade a spade. We cannot call a spade by any other name. That's no reason we say Nos Dicera Veritas, Nos Dicera Ayudisim Veritas, and Nos Dicera Vivica Cabit Veritas, and Nos Dicera Lingolum Lingolum, and Nos Dicera Contra Lingolum Lingolum. You are welcome. It's 10 minutes down the hour of 4 a.m. in New York. Remember, it's 10 minutes down the hour of 9 a.m. here in Nigeria, and also 10 minutes down the hour of 5 p.m. in Tokyo, Japan. 10 minutes down the hour of 5 p.m. 4 p.m. rather in China, and 10 minutes down the hour of 9 a.m. in Germany. 10 minutes down the hour of 8 a.m. in Accra, Ghana, and also 10 minutes down the hour of 3 a.m. in Chicago, Illinois. And 10 minutes down the hour of 10 a.m. in Johannesburg. 10 minutes down the hour of 10 a.m. in Jerusalem. Same applies to Saudi Arabia, but in Saudi Arabia is 10 minutes down the hour of 11 a.m. and about 10 minutes down the hour of 1 a.m. in Ontario, California, United States of America, and different time for different zones, for different countries. We appreciate many of you who are watching live this program, those who are watching from South Africa, from Italy, from Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, those who are also watching from Iran, not minding those who are watching from United States of America, and even our brothers who are still in Israel watching this program. We appreciate every one of you for your time. And remember, as we usually do it, we're going to serve you the political roundup stories. Once we are done with that, we're going to introduce our guest for today's program. You have to know the guest, but that will be by the time we serve you with political roundup stories. And once we do that, we bring in the guest and we look into the issues we have this very morning. Don't forget that by this time next week, we'll be talking about 1 year anniversary of Udala FM, and it's gonna be a special edition, the anniversary edition of the program. And we know very well that Udala will be just 1 year next week Saturday. Next week Saturday, Udala will be just 1 year, and that tells you the milestone and then the successes and everything we've been able to achieve with you, and we are going to celebrate big time. Let's quickly serve you the political roundup story. Begin by letting you know that Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development Phase 2 Skayemo has stated that there is no going back on the implementation of the cashless policy at all revenue points at the airports. The minister, while noting that the hybrid system currently in place was temporary, adding that the federal government will soon transition to a fully automated payment system. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has taken a tough stance against big borrowers who failed to pay back their debts in a new move to keep the nation's financial system safe. The Apex Bank has ordered all banks to stop giving new loans or special banking services to large-scale debtors who have bad or unpaid loans. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the establishment of a presidential petroleum reform and value optimization task force to design the next phase of structural reforms in Nigeria's petroleum sector. This was disclosed by Bayo Ononuga, special advisor to the president on information and strategy, in a statement yesterday. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the establishment, we've taken that. Governor Lucky Ayedituwa of Ondo State says he has not expressed interest in contesting another governorship election following a federal high court ruling that barred him from seeking a fresh term in 2028. A federal high court in Akure ruled on Thursday that Ayedituwa is not eligible to contest the 2028 governorship election in that state. And Ibadan, Oyo State-based Clary Kayode Amusan, also known as Agbala Gabriel, has been accused of sexual misconduct and mishandling of donations raised for sick individuals. A series of accusations now spreading across Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram placed him at the center of a fierce online debate involving claims about medical fundraising for a sick woman and allegations that he fathered twins with a former backup singer in his church. A mortuary attendant at NKST hospital located at Jato, also known as headquarters of Pande local government area of Benue State, MT Tiger, was on Thursday abducted by thugs who wanted to prevent a planned mass burial for the victims of bandit attack on Tangu, Jam and Mbav communities. It was gathered that the abduction prevented families of the victims from access to the corpses which had been deposited at the mortuary, as there was no official to attend to them. The Rivers State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has sentenced 3 persons to death by hanging for the murder of a pharmacist. Menalo Sunday in Kana local government area of the state. The convicts Confidence Kirine, General Elia, Precious Mona, and Sonia Berry Saha were found guilty of conspiracy, courtesan, kidnapping, and murder. And also, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has urged media executives to extend the same level of scrutiny they apply to his administration to states and local governments, which he argued now enjoy greater financial autonomy under his reformed federalism. The president made appeal on Friday night while hosting media proprietors and executives at the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, Abuja. The Federation Account Allocation Committee FAAC has disbursed a total of 1.894 trillion naira from the February 2026 Federation Account Revenue to the federal government, state governments, and local government councils. This was disclosed in a communique issued on Friday and signed by the spokesperson of the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, Bawa Mokwa. And those were your political random stories as we go into the business of the day. It was interesting that Mr. President, while he was hosting media proprietors, he was telling them that the kind of scrutiny they really have for his administration should be extended to the local and state governments who now enjoy more financial resources that they beam so much light on his administration. They should extend them to other tiers of government so that there will be proper accountability. All right, let's quickly introduce our guest this very morning. Just as we announced earlier on, we've got so much to talk about this very morning. We have in our studio this very morning somebody many of you know very well, just as we announced, and somebody who has been speaking favorably about a lot of developments going on in Southeast development. And then so, as I was actually saying, let's quickly introduce our guest this very morning. We have in our studio, just as we announce everywhere, just as it is everywhere, and many of you have been talking about that. We have in the studio this very morning Chizoromo Ofebu, aka Ijele Speaks, the king of the masquerade, and we know very well he is a social commentator and also a media influencer, and at the same time an activist, somebody who believes that things should be bed the way they should and things should be the way they are, no adding, no subtraction. He comes from Lagos this very morning. It's my pleasure to welcome you, the king of masquerade, Chizorom Ofebu. You are welcome to Udala 104.7 FM. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. He's the king of the game, or the big masquerade.
The big masquerade.
Yes, sir.
Are you a masquerade?
Oh, of course, sir.
So what makes you a masquerade?
I'm a masquerade in my game.
In your own game? Oh, there's a game.
Yes, sir.
Are you talking about football game? Are you talking about basketball? What kind of game are we talking about here?
The game of life entirely.
Oh, the game of life.
Yeah.
Everything about life. So that's the game.
Yeah.
You are the king of the game.
Yes,
you
sir.
are the big masquerade.
In my field.
In your own field.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see how the king of the game reacts to some of these developments. Of course, you are very popular amongst our people. They talk about you. I've seen videos, I've watched videos, I've listened to your statements, I've listened to your comments. But let me ask you, what cause is the king of game pursuing? What cause are you pursuing generally?
It's generally please, I don't want anyone calling me an activist.
Oh, you're not an activist?
No, because we've bastardized that name in Nigeria.
Okay.
Every dog, Dick and Tom and Harry calls themselves activists. But when you talk about activism, I believe it's something that should be natural. It's just a part of life, people's way of life, and everyone is an activist in their own way. But in the Nigerian setting, society today, most people that call themselves activists are just antagonists. Yeah, they
antagonize a particular set of people or government and call themselves activists.
Yes.
But what about those who go for people that are well treated or bad treated, or those who are downtrodden, those who are maligned?
That's why I'm telling you, activism is something that everyone should be involved in, because in your own little way, even in your family, you are an activist. You are doing activism. But I've been an activist as we know it in Nigeria. It's been bastardized that so many people, because of this type of society we have, it kind of emboldens a lot of never-do-wells to hide under whatever thing they are, whatever deceitful plan they have, and call it activism, just targeting those they don't love and leaving their favorites to do whatever they like.
All right, let's begin, because you say that you are the king of game. You are king in your own game, and I asked you, what kind of game do you play? You say game of life. But let's begin with some developments around your area, because I'm aware that you are from Isu local government area of Imo State. That's where you're from.
Yes, sir.
And there was a time you took some men down to a particular place called Mother Valley. What did you discover there? What happened there? What did you see there? And why did you even go there in the first instance?
I didn't take saying I took some people down there would be like a kind of giving me an undue power or influence. The people there, I have friends there, and given that I've been taking what's going on there as my own personal as my personal project.
All right.
So I had to go down there and see things for myself. Oftentimes when there is a military operation, although this one is JTF,
all right,
people, you hear some people trying to propagate falsehood, telling you the military guys are killing innocent people, that they are burning down people's homes, and I had to go see for myself. Given that I followed this event for the past 6 years, at the very least, but I've been, someone that was born in this city of Onitsha.
Okay.
All of these things that are happening in Igbo land, I'm kind of aware of how they all started. And watching from afar how they denigrate the names and the good works of the security personnel kind of breaks my heart. And at the end of it, I know that those that are pretending to love the people, to care about them, actually want the military to stay out, so the boys that are doing this thing will continue, so they can always be furthering their own agenda. So currently in also what we are seeing, what is happening there is what we have been saying, which is carnage, evil, destruction of epic proportion. You can't go, there is no functional mast, communication mast in that community right now.
Also local government.
I'm telling you, they've stolen every single one of them. Especially, also is a border community between Anambra and Imo State. You can't go to Osumo and see any mast.
You can go to my hometown and see any mast.
I'm happy you are from there. Go ask anyone there. If you are getting any network, it's just maybe that flies in from any of the neighboring communities. And in the 21st century, if you don't have such a communication equipment, this community is completely dead to begin with. Then you talk about all the social places that people gather for businesses or for the social activities. The churches there, gone. The markets there, I don't know if you are familiar with the Ekotutu market.
Ekotutu market, popular market, very popular market.
Overgrown by nature right now.
Overgrown by grasses?
100%. Many of them taller than you and I. You can't find, there is no life there. And only the military will say at that that market, Ekotutu, that Ekotutu roundabout.
Yeah.
It's only the military that are there. Then you go to the neighboring communities, Ihitukwa and Oda, all those places have been completely deserted. And that's because so many people there. Why would you even stay at a place that your life will be at risk? Imagine how risky it is that people prefer staying in exile than staying in their own country homes. Nothing, no life. If you go into the farms, except for the places we've cleared with the bulldozers. And please, I want to give kudos to the two governors in the southeast that are facing this terrible evil.
Who are the two governors?
Governor Chukwuma Soludo and Governor Hope Uzodimma.
You mean they have done well?
Not necessarily they've done. Currently, they are doing well.
What are they doing currently now?
They've mobilized the forces to go after them. Prior to now, they will just talk about it and they expect to use kid gloves and solve this issue. And all that while, you see, they've given these people enough grace, enough time.
Amnesty. There was a time Governor Chukwuma Soludo gave amnesty to these people.
Times, yes.
To renounce, drop your weapons and then come back to normal life.
Same with the Governor Hope Uzodimma. But at the end of the day, because these guys are bent on destroying what they didn't build, they are bent on making money without much work. That's why they are into kidnapping, organ trafficking, organ harvesting, extortion. There are so many people in Imo and Anambra State currently that are still paying money to them in order for their homes not to be burnt.
Currently?
Of course.
I thought we have military operations in those areas, so what are they paying money for?
Not all these places I just mentioned now. And prior before now, those ones too, they've been paying. But currently, you go to somewhere like Umunoha in Imo State, Njaba LGA, Mbitoli LGA, or Kigo LGA is gone. Many parts of here are LGA, especially Okijo Femiri area. Many people don't know that they are still here LGA. And Obadu, no one talks about them. Orumba North, Orumba South, all those border communities, they've taken them over. And there is something about this. They target border communities, knowing very well that we don't have that much cohesion amongst our state governors to tackle issues. So when you are in a border communities, there is an attack, like 34 Artillery Brigade is working in Osu Itokwa. If Governor Soludo is not mobilizing the soldiers right now in Anambra State, immediately they will run to the other side and have refuge. Now that is happening over there, now I'm sure most of them have gone towards Orumba area and Umunochi, the border between Anambra and Umunochi, LGA. Enugu is just by the corner, the Oji River, LGA. So all these places, these things have been going on in our place, and for long no one wants to talk about it. Some are afraid. Then you have those that for emotional reasons, and for them not to be seen as the haters of their people, because the propaganda is always, when you are exposing them, they say you hate your people, you hate Ndibo. Then they throw this Biafra flag on you, that you hate Ndibo. Oh, you don't value the lives of people that died for this Biafra issue. No, those people died between 67 and 70. I'm talking about the destructions you people are causing right now. Thousands of people. On average.
Don't you think that some people have said, that these people want to make sure that headers, Fulani herdsmen, do not encourage in our own places, in our land, that if you do not take care, what happened in southwest or in some part of north central may happen here, that have been waging war against headers, Fulani herdsmen, coming into the southeast. Is that true?
Sir, the aquatic animals have a different threats facing them than land animals. Why I'm saying this is this. All those places you are talking about, they've had for long, they've been living with all these Fulani people and the elders, and they've been having many problems. And those problems are not as black and white as people say. But here in the southeast, I can guarantee you that in all the local government areas where this carnage is taking place, many of them, they are still, currently there are people that are still in detention, not detention like police. No, they have been kidnapped and you must pay them. And I'm telling you, there is no single Fulani man or woman receiving a dime from it. We don't have any Fulani problem. I repeat, we don't have any Fulani problem in all these places I just mentioned. Iyala LGA, Osu LGA, Njaba, Mbitolu, Idano North, Idato South, Orumba North, Orumba South, Owerri West, Oguta local government area, Okigwe local government area. All these places I just mentioned, if anyone knows a single community being taken over by Fulani herdsmen, he should make it known to us now.
All right, let me ask you, why are you into this? Because you said that before you got into this, nobody was talking. People were watching these destructions either for emotional reason or for not being labeled saboteur or for not being labeled being against the Igbo people. But all of a sudden, you said you grew up here in Onitsha and you are looking at some of these destruction, wanting destructions going on in our places where these places have been deserted. All of a sudden, you got into this. Who called you into this? Why did you volunteer yourself to go and expose this evil you mentioned, this rot? How did you come into this? Did you in any way sponsored by any politician?
As a non-religious person, I know it will sound awkward if I say providence.
Oh, okay.
It's by providence that and please, I didn't say no one is talking about if I said it, let me put myself in the right context.
All right.
There are people saying it, but their voices weren't loud enough.
Okay. All right.
There are people that started this before me, like Choma Marilis and the rest of them started with them. But I myself, it was just by happenstance that it happened. Because there was a time one day I was broadcasting on the internet. And some of all these IPOB people, they came on my platform. Oh, why don't you just shut off your live stream? Nnamdi Kanu is live. And was like, what? If he's live, so what? Why would you be live at the same time?
They threaten you.
Of course, you know their way.
All right, because of that threat, you decided to come into this.
I told them to go and listen to him if you want to listen to him.
Okay.
His platform is not my platform. We are not discussing the same thing. And they kind of, you think you know better than him. I told them I will beat him like a drum on any debate stage. So I didn't know that word stuck with the person. So one day Nnamdi Kanu made a comment and said that he needs anyone that wants to debate him. He called for an open debate.
Open debates.
No wise man does that. You don't dare the public, because however intelligent you think you are, there may be someone by the corner that's more intelligent. And when you put yourself on such a high pedestal that there's no way down, whatever anyone does that brings you down, even if it's a bit like this, it has killed your career. Then Nnamdi Kanu challenged people and open a debate. Then they called me and told me to enter it.
Okay. Who called you?
His people.
His people called you.
The same people.
And asked you to go into the debates
with him.
With him.
Thinking I would back down or whatever they are planning.
Was there some debate?
He ran away at the end of the day.
No, there was no debate.
He ran away.
And after that, what happened?
Then they started the attack.
Oh.
Then one morning on my birthday, 22nd of June 2020.
Okay.
Only to wake up around 6:30 a.m. and see a girl that was making a video that I trafficked her with the sister to Libya, from there to Italy for prostitution. They even manufactured all these things.
Now you trafficked the lady?
Yeah.
Did you traffic the person?
Wow.
Did you even know the person?
No.
How did they say you traffic somebody you didn't know?
This is their way. This is what they do.
So you think that was propaganda?
Of course. I don't think I know it, because they want me. They told me to stop discussing their matters, else whatever I say I should take it. I told them I'm not afraid of anyone.
Okay.
I'll be on it born. We don't back down from people. We don't back down from threats, because if I back down from that one, what comes next? I refused. So when they did that, it was the next day that I declared my war on them and told them, Nnamdi Kanu is you and I.
All right, so that was how you started your own ministry. So would you call what you're doing as a ministry?
I don't know what you mean by ministry.
Ministry is any form of service that you are so much committed into, believing to achieve a particular aim or result.
If the shoe fits.
So that's your ministry.
For sure.
Your ministry is to expose any evil.
Of course.
And it's not all about those who are either moving this way. Do you expose any evil or selected evil?
I don't select anything. Even my own governor, you can go to my page and see.
Your governor is Hope Uzodimma.
Of course. You see it there.
But you've been seen with him?
No, never.
You've not been seen with Hope Uzodimma?
Let anybody produce any photo, produce any call, produce anything linking us.
Because some people are saying that you are being sponsored by him.
You just imagine.
So you're not sponsored by Hope Uzodimma?
I've never sat down with him in the same room.
He doesn't know you?
Never. He may know me from my works online.
So do you think from what you are doing that Ali Igbo will be liberated? Because some of us have not gone to places for the past 5 years, and some people have run away, and some have also stayed, and some have one thing or the other. You say that a quota to market has been overgrown by weeks taller than ourselves. That's what you said.
Sure.
And then you also said that some churches and many things have gone wrong, but there was a time there was no barrier in some of these places, no any form of social activity, but these things are returning now.
Life is just returning, and thanks, please, I will always give credit to where it's due. The 34 Artillery Brigade, they've cleared all those places. Anyone from please, I'm announcing on your platform now, anyone from Osu right now, except you are from just a few places in Ihitukwa, Gongo, but Uda and the rest of other parts of Ihitukwa, go there now. Life has returned. Just that many people are too afraid to come in now, and it's because of the JTF operation, not just the army anywhere. You have the DSS, you have the police, especially Tiger Base. There's a reason they are targeting the Tiger Base, because those guys have been exceptional, and with the limited resources they have, they are doing marvelously well. If you go to that place now, this is our brother Nze Tobechukwu Sigwe was there yesterday to film a documentary, and he spoke with people. When it comes out, you can even bring your media team there, film it yourself. There is protection, of course. The military and the police, JTF, the DSS, all of them, they are there. You can go there, see things for yourself. Don't take my word for it.
So you are saying life has returned in some of these places. What about places in Anambra State like Azia, Iseke, Lilu, and Osumohu, even Obolo, Isuzo?
I won't tell anyone to go to all the places you just mentioned now. For one, there is an ongoing operation
by the military.
Anambra, I think, is still joint task force, but the 302 battalion, they are there. Agune Chamber, they are there. I think they also have some police men there. But Amaduru in Osumogu
Yes.
is finished. They will have there more than a military operation is needed to save there. Asia is like a heaven for them, as if no one pursues them. It's like when you are running after an animal and it runs into its pen. It's more comfortable there, and it doesn't kind of have any much threat. That's what Asia is to these people. But Lilu, all these places, like I said, all the immediate communities at the border, these are the places they took over.
Oh, okay.
That Mother Valley, of course, you know that Mother Valley is not just Osu Itokwa. It also covers Lilu, Iseke, Osumogu.
That place, Mother Valley, why is it called Mother Valley? Or who gave that place Mother Valley?
They did.
They did?
They did, because that was the place they started their main camp. You remember when Mazop started in this Onisha, when they started recruiting people, giving them guns, he started at Apaka Forest.
Yeah.
This one is just the Apaka Forest of IPOB.
Okay.
So that's where everything, all of them, Sapele, Butuzo, Baby, Double Lion, all of them, that's where they cut their teeth.
All right. Now let's quickly move on. There was a time you were so much against sit at home, and we saw you.
I still am.
Because we know the very time the governor of Anambra State was crusading, telling people to come out and do their businesses, you supported the governor and other governors
100%.
who are also calling for people to come out. Why are you against that very order, sit at home?
Who in their right mind supports that? How is beheading yourself cure for migraine? On what planet do you stop people's economic life just because you want to save them? How do you save people by killing them? If you close down the market, you've closed down the society, because it's like the melting pot of the society. Whatever you're doing, if you are going to your office or whatever, is tied to that market. A banker can't go to the bank for work if the markets are not open. Traders can't move in. If the traders are not moving in, the transporters will not work. If the transporters are not working, the petrol attendant will not work. If the petrol attendant is not working, that means the fuel is just there doing nothing. If there is no energy, how do you even function as a society in the 21st century? You have to be evil, you have to be devilish to ever conceive that in your mind in the first place. Forget about the poor. No one talks about the poor. You know, we are just invested in this macroeconomics and the bigger part. How about those that can't eat, can't feed their kids except they go to the market? I don't know about you, but I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. And I know what it took for us to eat. And I know how my mother worked every day, went to the market every day. If there was no market, I know how it hits us. My dad, though, was a civil servant. His salary was not enough for us. So I understand what so many people will be going through. And those that say they love you, those that say they love you, but they have your interests at heart, but whatever they are doing is adverse to your own progress. How do you even, like, in the next 50 years, I'm happy we are documenting all these things, because in the next 50 years, nobody would even believe that a people known for their business expertise, known for their intelligence in business, economic and commercial intelligence, would close down their business, the single thing you are known for. Now let me give you some of the effects of that. You see this material?
Yeah.
Before, in Nigeria, if you want to buy it, you come to Onisha or go to Aba. But because of all these sit at homes, and most of the people that are paying more, if you go to main market now, an average trader would rather sell to 5 people from Sokoto than 10 people from Onitsha. Because if he tells you the price, you know every other place you can go get it. But all those ones, they just, whatever price you give them is affordable to them, because they know how much they are going to make from it.
Yeah.
But because of this sit at home, many of them, and not as if we own the monopoly of its production. If you own monopoly on production, that's different. In that case, you can say, I'm not selling, I lock it up, they can't get it anywhere else.
Okay.
But you are importing from China, you refuse to sell. What do you think happens? They now started going to Lagos. From going to Lagos, they are now going to China. The other time I saw a video, one Igbo guy was making a video from a warehouse in China, and he was shouting, he was screaming, na
China.
Na China, just textiles. In the main market, mmadụ nọ n'ise nwere ike eweliwe na na-etinye igbe ọka ndị nọ n'afịa na hotel. Mmadụ nọ n'ise nwere ike ịtụ ofu container. Ofu onye nwere ike buru container na abụ na-azị importer. Ofu onye outside ọtọ 20. By virtue of the quantity he's buying, he's going to sell cheaper than yours. Now that market forever has moved from here.
Oh, you mean that there are some markets that have moved from this Onitsha market to
never coming again. Many people that move to Asaba from Onitsha will never come again. If you want to know the truth about what's killing the Anambra State Airport, it sits at home. Now let me explain that one to you. Ijele LGA, how many mansions do you think they burnt? How many mansions did they burn in Osu LGA? In the neighboring communities, towns, big towns that we know that where the people are coming from, how many people, rich men, stopped coming? Now, don't you realize that the owners of those mansions are the same people that can afford air tickets? Now, when Anambra is sitting at home, business is closing down, it's these same people that are moving to Asaba. Now, you see that Asaba that used to have 3 days flight or 4 days flight is now flying every day.
Every day?
Well, of course. There is no day they don't have a flight, but sometimes in Anambra they tell they don't. Now, when you check the names of the people that are buying those tickets landing in Asaba, majority of them 10 years ago they would have been landing in Anambra here. So you are now moving the wealth from here to Asaba across the river. Check how much is rent in Anambra State. How much is rent in Asaba now? This is the direct effect of this, because we mortgaged our life, left it in the hands of jobless people.
You mean these people are jobless?
People. Nnamdi Kanu was a barber in Brixton. The person was barbing part-time barber in his shop. He's from Okija.
All right, let's not go.
No, forget him. No, let me give Butuzo, the guy that has ruined Osu and Ijele LGA right now. A carpenter, failed carpenter. Gentle, Ifeanyi, Gentle the Yahoo, same thing. The one they call eye pencil that is working with B44 that has made Njaba and Mbitolu LGA keke mechanic.
All right, now let's talk about some native doctors, because we know very well that native doctors, some of them have played a role in all this saga. But in your own ministry, it seems that you don't talk about native doctors.
I do.
I
was the very first person that attacked my brother Kwoko.
The fake ones.
There is none of anybody that is doing Okit is fake.
Okit is fake?
Anybody that is telling you Ogwego of any type is fake. So I don't know where
there's nothing like Ogwego.
Or they exist.
There's nothing like Ogwego that if they do this, do that, you make this, you make that.
Never. It doesn't exist.
But people buy into that.
Yeah. And many of them, before they realize.
Are you aware of the person arrested yesterday in Nnewi?
I heard, but I don't follow.
We saw the mansion the person built.
Of course, these are criminals. Those are processes of crime.
So now, how do you relate the activities of all these gangsters with the native doctors? How do you relate the two activities?
How do you mean? You mean the criminals that are doing this?
The criminals that are burning houses, enforcing
even the pastors too, my brother. Let's not just focus only on one side.
Okay.
Even the pastors, even the priests, even your bishops, all of these things are in fact, this IPOB, I call it a canopy of the despicable.
But IPOB has come out to dissociate itself from these criminals, saying that these criminals, they are on their own. They are the real unknown gunmen. That they are not part of these criminals. Right. That is what IPOB has said, that you must put a clear distinction between them and these criminals who are moving around destroying places.
Dr. Chika Akunyili was killed in this, not far from here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The people that killed him are who?
Unknown gunmen, that's what I said.
No gunman is unknown. That is where the mistake we are making.
No gunman is unknown.
There is no man with a gun that is unknown. All these people are coming from people's homes. They are coming from people's communities. They are coming from people's towns, local government areas, and states. If they were not the people, why are they the people enforcing their sit at home for them? Huh?
So, don't you think that it was hijacked by these criminals?
There is no hijack anywhere. From day one, it's been fashioned to be like this. This is by design, it's not by mistake.
Because we've seen sometime IPOB, disowned EPA and this group saying that they are not part of what he is doing or what he was serving.
No, because they had problem with Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa was just an IPOB contractor contracted by Nnamdi Kanu when he sacked Uchemefo. We also have this thing happened, how it started. Uchemefo, when he saw the bloodletting that was happening, confronted Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, in fact, in some of their messages, leaked messages, they are calling him grandmother. They would discuss and say, no, don't tell this one to grandma. Then when he realized, he confronted Nnamdi Kanu with it. Nnamdi Kanu saw him as a weakling, then dropped him, took Simon Ekpa. And remember, he made a comment once and said, Simon Ekpa at some point was even using it as a prologue to his programs. He said, listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing an amazing job, a fantastic job, absolutely fantastic, I quote. And you listen to him, share his videos accordingly. Then another day he said, whenever you people don't see me, listen to Simon Ekpa and do whatever he tells you.
All right, I want to ask you, are you open for a debate
any day
on anything, ideology,
any topic, anywhere?
Are you open for that?
Pick the date, pick the time. We can start a 4-hour debate here right now.
Let me also ask you, because sometimes people are saying that Igbos are marginalized, that sometimes why these people do these things, it could be because of the marginalization we have suffered many years ago after the civil war, that we are being treated as second-class citizens, third-class citizens, that we are not even right for presidency, that we cannot even contest or be voted as a president of Nigeria, that we are putting so much effort, that look at what we are getting in return. If not for marginalization, some of these things may not have happened. Do you share that idea?
I don't. Now listen to me, my brother. As an Igbo man, I find it insulting that you will come to a country like Nigeria, where it's obvious there are apex predators, then there are the lesser animals in the same place. An apex predator will be calling himself a marginalized being. It's an insult to begin with. Now, I am not saying there is no marginalization, but explain that marginalization. Who are the perpetrators and who are the victims? There is no Nigerian that is not marginalized. And if you are judging Igbo man and marginalization by Igbo man not being a president of Nigeria, what do you say about the Hausas? There has never been a Hausa president in Nigeria.
There was a time Babangida
Babangida is not a Hausa man. He's a Nupe man.
Nupe man, but he's classified as Hausa man.
Then why don't you classify Jonathan as Igbo man? If you do that, there has never been a single Hausa president in Nigeria. And you don't hear them say it. There are so many tribes in Nigeria that have not produced the presidency. And remember the issues, the key issues they were using to candidate. They say there is no seaport in Anibo. Where is that sea that you have a seaport?
We are talking about land or dry port. It might not really be a seaport. We are talking about dry port, and then at the same time you look at Oguta Lake. Oguta Lake is about some nautical miles to Atlantic Ocean, and of course we can do something there. We can build a port there. That
How much has been budgeted for that Oguta Lake since 1978 alone? Do you know the contracts? And who are the people they've been awarding it?
You mean they've been awarding the contract to people from Southeast?
You can pull up the result. This Onitsha Owerri road now.
Okay.
I just plied that route as I was coming here. The Anambra side finished. Even this Onitsha Enugu Expressway. Look at the Anambra side. I met some construction workers as I was coming, and I guarantee you, as I'm leaving, I will still find them the same place I found them in the morning. So who are they kidding? Who are they fooling? Go to the budget. See how much has been budgeted for this. Before, they used to cry about international airport. We've had those Tachidoka as aviation minister. We've had Stella Odua as aviation minister. We've had Kemachikwe as aviation minister. Three of these ex-aviation ministers, how many of them built a runway? How many of them built a control tower? How many? Tell me that ministry that an Igbo man or woman has not held since 1990. Do you know the juicy positions we had under Jonathan?
Now, I want to ask you a question. Why is it that we have 5 states according to geopolitical zone system, whereas other geopolitical zones have about 6? In fact, Northwest has 7.
Now, why aren't the other ones 7? When you are talking, please, my brother, that's another problem we are discussing.
Yeah.
If you are using tribe to judge how many states a region will have, that means
we are not using tribe, we are using geopolitical zones.
That's what I'm saying.
No tribe, geopolitical zones.
The size? Please, what's the area of the southeast?
But even other Nigerians believe that Southeast should be given a no. You know why? The idea is to ensure they have this level playing field where we have the same level of local government or close to local government, because if you look at the local government system where you have population, it's not about mass. It's not about mass. No. It's about population.
Let's even discuss that population.
Yeah.
Let's even discuss that population. How many of us are living in this southeast? How many of us are in this southeast? What's the size of the southeast? By population, Kano State should have like 2 states. By population, Niger State should be 2 states.
It's not about states, it's about local government. That's how money comes in.
LGA.
Kano has 44 local governments.
Do you know the size of Kano?
By population.
Even by population and size.
But we know that our population here is most time not really captured, because the last census figure here, many people did not come out for census.
Even in 2006, they told us, please, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Now, if that you refuse to come out and be counted, whose fault is that?
The fault of the people who refuse to. But the truth is, the population of Southeast is underestimated grossly.
But because you don't even have it, and you'll be shocked as to the number of people we have living here. When there is during Christmas period, many places in Lagos go empty.
Exactly.
Many places in Abuja go empty, and those people will be coming back to this place. Do you realize we're actually cheating these people? Because when you count the population, all of them will be counting as if they live here, but they don't. All our villages are empty currently. They are empty. We don't even have the population as you think. An average Igbo man, my mate, I have 4 kids. You have how many? How many of us have up to 5 kids?
So what are you trying to arrive at?
Because we don't even have that population we think we have. Then by landmass. No, I'm saying, right. I'm coming. Quickly. Because I know people always judge these things by emotions. Local government areas. In Alibo now, when you start your vehicle, if you pick any road, 1 hour you pass, there is no state you will run like this straight for 1 hour.
We have the land mass is so small in Anambra State. Of course, we know that about 4,000.
And all those are our people. And all those are our people. Many of them go to Akwa.
But then we have it on ground that even other Nigerians have accepted the fact that South is be given 1 more state, and for them, they believe that for us to move forward as a country,
if it comes, it's a good thing. But that is not our number 1 problem.
So what's our number 1 problem?
Our number 1 problem is wickedness. The way we treat each other is the number 1 thing.
The way we treat
each other in this place.
How?
Go to when you are talking about people that are using police to intimidate their people, number 1 place is the Southeast. Quote me anywhere. When you are talking about someone acquires power, the first place he turns it on is his own people. And do you know, you can hardly find an Igbo man that is subjected to a fake legal trauma. Let me use the word trauma because I'm looking for a better word to describe it, because it's something that you can't say prosecution, because this is purely persecution. That's what we do to our own people. Majority of those cases are Igbo versus Igbo, and when you go and check it, it's usually the one that thinks he knows people and has money intimidating the other one. So that you say that number 1 problem in Igbo land is wickedness. It's from within us. Wickedness. First. That no one That's what you're trying to say. Till tomorrow.
And you think if we want to solve our problem, we have to begin solving the problem from us?
From within. Yes. Let's solve the issue first. How many are we? How much has come into this Southeast since 1999? Would you count? Factor in inflation. How much did they award on road contracts 2006?
But there was a time, according to Femi Bajabamila, there was a time President Muhammad Buhari went for a loan, and the loan came to the House of Representatives for approval, and they looked at the loans. One region was excluded, and he said it's on record. And he said, how can a country go for a loan in such a way that projects were tied to respective zones? Southeast has no single project, and he felt it was
Please,
wrong.
you need to be specific on which of the loans, and because I don't know how. You know, most of these things will be. Please get it. Please put it up.
I'm going to also give it
Pull
up.
it up,
I'm going to put it up. And also, there was a time during the Eastern, the rail projects, the one Mr. President Buhari commenced, and we discovered that Southeast was excluded. And in fact, it was one of the things Senator Victor was shouting, and some other Southeast senators, they were shouting at the floor of the Senate that how can you exclude a zone from such a corridor?
I'm against any exclusion of any zone, let alone my own zone, from any project. But I believe when that thing they said that Amechi was the transport minister then, and he clarified it that one of them passed through Aba. Moreover, remember in 2003 during Obasanjo's time, people submitted a proposal for rail system. Our own people say it was road, and I remember the fake news we used to listen to at this post office. That newspaper stand, and we were even accusing our people, especially the transporters, of not wanting a railroad project because of their transportation businesses. Now it beats me that we are coming here pretending as if what's holding development in Alibo is a railroad project that did not cross through here. How about the funds given for the roads, the anchor borrower program that Buhari initiated for rice cultivation in the whole of Nigeria? I remember when people came and showcased their rice pyramids in Abuja in the last year of Buhari's government. Did you see a single rice pyramid from Imo, Anambra, Ebonyi, Abia, and Enugu? None whatsoever. So once again, I am against exclusion of any region, let alone my own region, from any project. But telling me that this is why we don't have development in Alibo is a lie. We love farming problems. We cultivate them in next 15-20 years. This is the one we will use to confuse people. We will use this one, use the other one. They will be distracting us with grievances. How about the ones given?
All right. Of course, just like we said earlier on, the loan involved was the $22.7 billion external loan request. It was meant for infrastructural development across Nigeria. Of course, you can read it, the context. Of course, this is just the context of the loan. You can also develop it. In fact, Benjamin was making that very statement in Lagos. Look at it. He was trying to tell the Federal Character Commission how they should work, that they must work for the interest of the country. They should ensure that no zone is excluded.
No, but that's
what it was
like
actually trying to say.
Like this type of one now on railroad project, we make it our duty to make sure no one shortchanges us, because we have the people that will do the talking. If it's about the talking, we have the people that push for it. But what I don't like is somebody telling me that the reason the Southeast is not developed is this sole purpose. It's a lie.
All right, let's really take a moment, a breather. When we come back, and I'm going to open the phone lines, and you're going to entertain questions, because so many people have one question or the other to ask you. But remember, this is radio. There are things we don't say on radio. We are regulated. This is not social media. This is not, I'm telling those who are listening to us, this is not social media where you can say anything. There are things we may not allow you to say here, because we are under regulation, and of course we have to show utmost professionalism. Let's take a breather. When we come back, we are going to continue with the conversation. Remember, we have
Chukwuka Fegbu, Chukwuka of Chizoram.
I don't know. Sometimes you answer Chizoram, sometimes you ask Chukwuka.
They are both my names.
They are both your names. And you say that you are a nature boy.
I was born at Menas Hospital here. I'm sure. Hey, Dr. Geb Menakaya, Dr. Geb Menakaya, Dr. Tim Menakaya, if both of you are listening, hi.
All right. And then I don't know if you're up to 50 years. Are you up to 50 years?
No.
So you're very young.
I'll be 41 on June 22nd.
All right, let's take a moment. When we come back, we are going to continue. Remember, this is Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM, and I know many of you will be expecting more fire. But then remember, we are open for any debates, issues, ideas, thought. And I don't like the idea where somebody makes statements, somebody threatens him and all that. But you've been accused of threatening people. You've been accused of threatening people using some insulting, vulgar words.
I respond to their threats.
Oh, you respond to threats.
I don't initiate threats.
Oh, the ones you issued was a response to the one given to you.
Sure.
Not that you initiated a threat.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's take a moment to be right back.
Stakes are high, the debates get hotter. When the issues demand clarity, we bring the fire. Welcome to Crossfire. Crossfire, where politics meets perspective, where issues are dissected, and where no topic is off limits. From the corridors of power to the pulse of the streets, we break down the politics, the controversies, and the decisions that shape our nation. Join Dr. Tony Olisanbeki as he puts guests on the hot seat, drilling them with the tough questions, demanding the hard truths, and leaving no room for half measures. Get ready for fearless conversations and uncompromising analysis. Crossfire, exclusive on Udala 104.7 FM Onitsha, every Saturday from 9 a.m.
You're welcome back. This is Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM on Nature. This beautiful Saturday morning, this 14th day in the month of March in the year 2026. We have the king of the game, the masquerade. Ijele speaks. We have him here in our studio. And we're going to continue, and we are going to also open the phone lines for you to ask him questions. And there should be this brotherly love. We should love ourselves. I don't know why most times there is this hate, there is this wickedness, there is this antagonism. We may not all agree at one point or the other. Let us disagree to also agree. I don't like threats of any sort, of any kind. Can we speak to ourselves in a manner we understand? Let me also ask you, Ijele, because we have
1 minute. Personally, I don't like love. You don't need to love me. I just need respect. I respect
you don't like, okay, you like respect, not necessarily love.
You don't even need to love anyone. I learned this thing from living abroad. You live with a neighbor, you don't speak to each other, but that
you have lived somewhere outside the country
for many years. Now what I'm trying to bring out is this: you live with them, your doors will be open opposite each other,
okay,
but you don't talk to each other,
okay.
But if you have a medical emergency, believe me, you'll be the first person to so they establish boundary. Let there be respect. I don't love all this love or whatever. Let there be respect.
So how long have you been into this your game?
You mean on social media?
Oh, this game of trying to expose raw, trying to reclaim Alibo, trying to make
this one started in 2020. Normally online, I just teach history, war, geopolitics. These are things I.
Okay, you have been a social media person teaching history, war, geopolitics around the world.
Yeah.
Before they try to bulldoze you into this, you said that you were bulldozed. You were making your own.
They brought it. They brought the fight to me.
Okay.
So not as if I chose to fight them.
All right, let's quickly open the phone lines because I want people to call in and make their statement. We're gonna give just a minute for anyone who would want to ask question or also challenge his thoughts on anything. 0803-221-6973 or 0803-827-6694. You have to make it as brief as possible. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you. Okay. Remember the lines to call. You can use our social media handles. If you go to our social media on Facebook, you can also see the post there. You can make comments. We're going to read these comments very well. And just as we said earlier on, no insult, no vulgarism. All we care about is respect and professionalism. Let's go back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, presenter. Good morning.
You're welcome. It's good to have you.
I call from Imo State.
You're calling from Imo State. What's your name?
The Bible teacher known as Dr. Peters.
Your name is Dr. Peters.
Yes.
You're calling from Imo State. Where in Imo State are you calling from?
Imo State. Owerri.
Please go on. Let's hear from you.
Ijele is doing a great job on the Igbo. He can be referred to as the Messiah, but he is not our Lord Jesus Christ. He has done a lot, suffered a lot, to make sure that bloodshed stops in Igbo land. But why is it that many people don't want to support him? Look at something I discovered about Igbos. Whenever Igbos unite, it is always for the wrong reason. They hardly speak with one voice, except for the wrong reason. Look at the state creation you talked about. I follow this thing. Start from the time of Achiku Denwa. Igbos gathered in Enugu to, push for another state. But they ended in confusion. I quote Mike Graham from this. He said, I was the secretary that day. Everybody now started looking for his own state, never agreeing. I told them now, let us look for a child. Write all the names and put it in one basket. Whatever name that child collects, we'll use it to the Senate to push to another state. They warned me and told me, you are not the one to tell us what to do. Disunity. And since then, they have never gathered again. But they keep blaming every Dick and Harry, blaming president and federal government for not having another state. Section 8 of the Constitution tells you what to do if you need another state. They refuse to do it. But we live on blame. They never admit that we are wrong in anything. Let us stop this bloodshed, because the fire of God will come in the future and consume.
All right, thank you so much. Just as he said, we've been told to go and get a state for yourselves. Come to the National Assembly, but there is confusion. Today you will hear an in state. The other day you will hear other state. The other time you will keep hearing different names. Those from Imo State wanted to be in Imo State. Those from Enugu, they want it there. The country has said, Igbos, go and get one state, but we are unable to get a state.
See, sir. Remember, this was happening when an Igbo man was a Senate president. In fact, we were changing the Senate president like diapers. Now, a Senate president has so many powers. Yeah. Let's assume they actually wanted to give us one state.
Yeah.
So, you mean the Senate president couldn't use even some committee positions or some contracts to they don't bribe in politics, it's lobby. To lobby people to get it. They did not do this. But every single year when there is election time, and many of our politicians know how to count these grievance lines, they will read it out for us, and an average Igbo man who is not emotionally intelligent enough to realize the game that is playing will be praising that one. For instance, Baribe, how many years in the Senate? By the end of this one, he'll be 20 years in the Senate. Where are his constituency projects?
All right, let's go back to the phone lines. We have a lot to take this morning. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
What a wonderful presenter you are.
Good morning.
Dr. Polity, good morning, sir.
Good morning, you're welcome.
Yeah. My name is Ijele. I'm calling from Amasoma Bayelsa State.
You're welcome.
Right on, sir.
You're welcome. Please go on.
My problem this morning is that the young man in the studio is just a young man, 41 years old. Otherwise, I would have brought him back to history. But let me start from here, sir. Are you aware of the man called Mojeku and that is his other name? Mojeku. He betrayed Ojukwu during the Civil War. Please go home and do your research. Was he buried in his hometown? The man called Mojeku and that is his other name. He betrayed Ojukwu during the Civil War. Go and do your research whether he was buried in his hometown. That's number one. Number two, you should be thankful to IPOB. Are you listening? You should be thankful to IPOB that you are still sitting in that studio is because IPOB is getting the service.
Have you heard
that part of women that have fled their homes? Have you heard that part of women that have fled their homes? You should be thankful to IPOB.
So let me. All right. I want to. All right. Thank you so much. We'll take another call before we come to that. He said he should be thankful to IPOB, and then I wanted to ask him on what ground, because it's very good that when we say something, we have to substantiate it. When you say he should be thankful to IPOB, you should have told us on what ground. I wanted to find out from you, but you ended up the call. But let's go back to the phone lines. All right, because we have so many people on the line. I'm going to pick many calls so that he will react to some of these statements at a go. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, Honorable Speaker.
You're welcome.
The guest in the studio, you're welcome. I am Honorable Ondo, and I'm calling from Petroleum this wonderful morning.
You're welcome.
My question and comment is just a little for the spread.
All right.
The guest in the studio, I want to ask, were you not once an IPOB member? Because I have seen a video when you were with them, when you swore an oath never to betray Biafra, but today you are calling them Biafra. This is number one question. Two, you said that we are doing ourselves. That some of us we use police intimidate this and that. Yes, you are very, very correct. And you also doing the same thing. Okay. Because I saw a video when you were in the Major's house, when you people went there to do the good work. Because sometimes one may be doing the good thing, but doing it in the wrong way. When you are doing the good work, you said you are doing there, but you were making a video tagging Odumeje, inciting him against the government. Odumeje, look at the people you are supporting. Odumeje, see your house. Odumeje, see your toilet. Is that necessary?
All right. All right. Thank you so much. All right. We have to really briefly because of time.
Him very fast.
All right.
See, please, I have never been and will never be an IPOB.
So you are not once.
I've never.
Was the video doctored or AI video?
Let me clear it. That video is a 6-minute 42 seconds video. Now, wherever you see them sharing that video, it's usually 2 minutes, 1 minute plus. What they do is they edit what you said out of context, and that was, I dare them to put the full 6-minute video. They will never. That was after I started exposing Nnamdi Kanu, and they started shouting. Of course, the way is shouting, "Oh, you hate Igbo, you hate Biafra." This and by then they've not started killing people the way at this large scale. They've been doing it, but just that it was on the low at the point. Then I went to their meeting to confront them.
You went to their meeting?
Yes,
when they were holding
in Istanbul. Meeting? Yes,
Istanbul.
Yes, yes. They were even saying that they were looking for me to beat me, and that's one comment you can make about me. I told them, okay, now I'm coming to your meeting myself. Then I came to their meeting. They didn't want to raise the issue. Before the meeting, I told them, no, I have to speak. I can't just come here and go like that. Then when I was explaining everything to them, I said, I can't betray my people. Why will I betray my people? If I betray my people, on whose behalf again? Am I doing it? And what they did was they edited it out of context, which is what they do, which is their life.
Do you have the order? Do you have the
they made the video themselves. I can't go there and be filming them. In fact, the person I went there with, his name is so beachy from Ebonyi State. Those of them that are listening to me know the person I'm talking about. In fact, one day I was making a program. I called the guy. The guy did not know I was live, and I asked him to explain what happened. He explained it. The viewers, if they are listening on Facebook, they know this thing when it happened. The guy explained everything. They called him and started threatening him.
All right, the second question, somebody said you should be very thankful to IPOB. And you didn't tell us why you should be thankful to IPOB. Probably you don't have an answer to that. Let's go to the phone line.
No, I have an answer to it.
All right,
please.
what's the answer?
IPOB 1 is a private business. It's in Nnamdi Kanu's business. Anyone listening to us should type in IPOB Worldwide Limited, and you will see the registration document at the UK company's house.
All right.
It's a private business. It's not even what they told you it is.
All right. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Good morning, the guest in the studio. I'm Emmanuel calling from Onitsha.
Emmanuel calling from Onitsha.
I look at the people and listen to our people with sympathy. Because the guest in the studio is telling you that Let me give you the answer, the question you asked. Why the other man said that IPOB should be thankful for IPOB. When Fulani herdsmen enter Ijele, you are from Ijele. Can remember the bush at that time. When they entered the land, everybody was shouting to telling our governors, the government of Igbo land, to do fact and give us security. None of them listening. They were busy going to Enugu when Udala comes. You know, see Uliojano. When Uliojano comes, you don't see another person. That is how they used to go to meeting that time. Before now, the Kano now formed ESN. Immediately now, the Kano formed that ESN. That is when all of them started forming different type of security. If that is how the people did their own, they come in unison and they form their own. But it's very, very unfortunate. And the asking of international airport, Enugu International Airport, when good luck is working, that time is I think in the Grand Madeka, what is the president is giving his attempt of that time. Enugu International was working. Immediately Buhari entered your street, they are now shutting down. And somebody from Igbo land is telling us that we don't need the free state. Come on. My brother, you are a politician. Because you are a politician, cannot come here to deceive us. And stop that thing you are doing. It cannot help you. Thank you very much.
Let's allow. Okay, you will respond. Please let me warn something before we respond. Please, we should not allow any form of attack here. I said it earlier on. Express your thoughts. Express your views. If you have evidence, you can make us or reference to that evidence, but do not resort to attack. Please go on and respond to him.
Please, I don't even know how these guys are thinking. First off, the killing, he said, Fulani people. There has never been a single Fulani killing in that place he mentioned. I will bet my life on it. Now, ever since we started exposing them, nobody here that Fulani killed anybody anywhere. But those killings continue to happen.
I think the killings he was referring to was when the Fulani herdsmen were ravaging towns like in Enugu.
No, even that one. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Do you know there was one that happened in Enugu State, in Soka side? They said Fulani. I made a video on it. The former governor of Enugu State, I'm going to say it now. I'm happy it's on record. Let him take me to court and I will call those people they reach out to me through. I explained that this is not Fulani attack. I even mentioned the name of the guy that led the attack. People from those communities.
It wasn't a Fulani attack.
It wasn't. Ugwani called people and begged me to take down the video. Yes.
All right. Let's not go deep into that. But you are saying that some of these attacks were not really Fulani.
Let me give you another example. There was one day Nnamdi Kanu started shouting, "Oh, these Fulani, they have killed the people again in Orodo." Orodo happens to be my maternal home. I saw the picture of the man and was like, no, this blood on the floor is still reddish, which means presence of oxygen. And where would there be presence of oxygen? It means the blood was newly spilled when the photo was taken. So how come the person that saw this blood fresh like this did not see who did this? I made a call, I put a call across, and they told me that man was going for a land dispute case.
Oh, a land dispute case?
Yes! On his way to that place, they murdered him.
Not any attack?
It's not any, but Nnamdi Kanu was selling it as Fulani herdsmen attack.
Right, so you are saying that because I remember when Southwest formed Amotekun. Amotekun was formed as a result of Southwestern Security Network. And they felt that there was this killing. Remember the one that happened somewhere in Ondo State? Remember during the time of the Owo attack.
Do you know that Owo attack is about a business deal gone wrong involving the priest of that church?
Oh, involving the priest?
The priest or the parish priest of that church.
But he recruited from militias.
No, those boys that did that thing, they are from Ibira boys from this Okogi axis, that Okene side. Many of them are in jail now.
So many of them are in jail.
They are in jail currently.
So they are not Fulani.
They went to court last month. Yes.
Are you following the case?
Yes.
You are following the case?
Yes.
The attack. The
attack is about Afi Anworo. I'm telling you. call them. Anybody, I'm willing to go to any length with anybody on this topic. The one of Uzuwani, the only Fulani attack that happened at Uzuwani was when they killed 2 boys, and those 2 boys they killed are people that have been coming to rustle their cattle, and those people that killed them are in Enugu prison.
Currently?
Yeah, still
following the case?
Go to the Enugu maximum security prison. Ask them. Those people are still there. And those Fulani community, they later made peace with those people. They've been intermarrying.
So were you trying to say that the issue of Fulani attacks were blown out of proportion?
It doesn't even exist. Now, let me tell you another place that Northerners committed crimes that participated in these killings. Agua in Owerri, in Imo State here. 5 people from Jigawa State, and they are not Fulanis. 5 people from Jigawa
How
State.
do you know that they were
They arrested them.
But then from their arrests, because sometimes they miss something.
Tiger Base, they were arrested by
Were they profiled to the point that they
their
said
names were there? In fact, it's I think it's either the deputy PG or the secretary from the community that camped them in that bush.
I remember how this whole thing started. It started as a result of this fear that there could be Fulani attacks.
That's what they were
attack.
Now let me give you the places those herdsmen were attacking that time. Omotanze, Olu, Isun.
So you mean herdsmen were attacking Omotanze?
There was no herdsmen. I'm coming.
Okay.
Osun Itokwa, Osun Oru, Iyala LGA, Isu LGA, Olu LGA, Mbitolu LGA, Okigwe. What do all these places have in common? They have big ESN camps. They've been the ones. In fact, this one they call I Pencil has been caught on video. He didn't know when he leaked it that all the so-called Fulani attacks, he was the one sending it to Nonsonkwa. I'm calling names.
All right, no, we don't need to. We wouldn't want you to call names because we are regulated. Because whatever name you call, we may have to demand evidence, proof. Because but don't worry. Let's not call them. Let's not call them, please. I don't want us to call them or get anybody involved, please. Of course, we actually
see the bottom line of it. Okay. The bottom line of it is this: most people that they kidnap, and when they are negotiating with their families, they will hear someone speaking Hausa. Unbeknownst to them, some of these people have people who speak Hausa. Right, and gentle, please.
All right, okay. You know what? Let's quickly take calls because we have to manage the time. Time is not really. Let's not go deep into personal issues.
Not personal issues. I'm telling you things. We
are talking about generic issues.
But did you hear the voice note where Gentle was sending, telling his boys how to stage an attack and make it look like Fulani people?
I didn't see the video.
Anyway. I will send it to you. I'm sure your colleague has.
All right, okay. Let's quickly go back and then take one more call. We go for a commercial break. Remember, statement made by our guest, he's totally liable. Of course. He's liable to his statement. We are not in any way in support of any of his statement that may be controversial. We are just making that very statement here. Let's quickly take one more call and we go for commercial break. When we come back for the commercial break, we'll continue with the conversation. Hello, good morning. Are you there? Can you listen to us? All right, sorry about that. We have so many people watching this very episode live. If you go to our social media handle, there are many people watching you live because camera is everywhere and we are monitored as we speak right now. Let's take one more call and then we go for commercial break. Good morning, you're welcome.
Good morning, my honorable speaker.
You're welcome. Maro Kechuka, please go on.
I thank you for speaking my call.
All right.
You know, when the guest was starting the program, I was concurring with you when we talking about the insecurity in the country and in the southeast. But when you ask him about marginalization, the answer he gave means that just told me that he is sent by maybe Nigerian politicians. Because you cannot tell me that we are not marginalized. Who does that? Now, you talked about international airport. When Ondo was the Minister of Aviation, he made Enugu airport an international airport. Till today, there was never a flight that flying from that Enugu state to any country. The one that we pick people from that place, we first of all land at Murtala Mohammed Airport before leaving. Why not do before? If you are not marginalized. Now you are talking about seaports. My brother, have you been on that? You said you are funny and brought it. That's more worse here What?
Dry ports.
What is it for?
Dry ports. But okay, he was saying that some of these works, the contracts we are giving to our people, but they did not do the job.
My thing, that is nonsense to me. This is government. When you give someone a contract, you make sure that they do that contract. Stop bringing this way.
Let me respond to what he said already.
You allow the River State, the Benue Port, sorry, seaport. What is making the law to do?
All right, thank you so much. We got a point. Can you quickly respond?
Now, let me respond to him. This airport he's talking about. Why you don't have flights in Enugu airport? It's passengers. You don't have passengers. Let him charter full Air France right now. Pay for the full seat and see if Air France will not run every day from Enugu. You mean the Nigerian government told Air France, Turkish Air, Lufthansa, and all these people not to go to Enugu or what? They go to where they have passengers.
Don't you think that the issue of taxes could be the reason some airline may not
Who is
to fly?
taxing anyone differently?
There are people saying that for the flights coming
there is not okay. If there is anyone taxing them, why don't they tell government to remove the tax? Like the federal government cannot say you will pay so tax.
Now let me ask you.
No, please let's address this.
All right, we are addressing this.
I'm coming. 1 minute. Let me finish, please. When you see this marginalization nonsense, you see how he said he's agreeing with me until I talk about marginalization, because he has not understood the issue he's even discussing with in the first place. When you talk about planes not flying there, ask yourself, where are the passengers? Moreover, the insecurity in this country, especially this part of the country, has scared so many people away. I know so many people from abroad, when they come back, they just stop over in Lagos or Abuja. They don't even come to this place
because of insecurity.
Of course, how are they going to put plane because of you?
Okay, that is part of the question I want to ask you, because
then you talk about Onisha, please. This river was dredged in 2017, and the second Niger bridge started.
It was not fully dredged. It was partly, and it was not really comprehensive.
How do you mean comprehensive? It was dredged, and there is no way you can put any big ship here. No vessel can land there.
No, barges can come from, if it is dry, barges can come from Lagos down here.
No, why don't majority of the people importing goods in Nigeria and Igbo, right?
Yeah.
Now, why are they not using it? Is anybody telling them not to use small barges to bring it here? So whose fault is it that you have a river, you don't have an ocean, you don't have a sea that can carry a big vessel? If you so much love it, why don't you people, when your goods land there, you tell them, no, use a small barge, take my container to this place, or will the federal government do that one for you too?
Yes, let me quickly remind you, because here we are making sure that every statement made here is actually correct.
Of course.
Just like I told you, River Niger was not completely dredged. Parts of the River Niger in Nigeria was dredged. In fact, the major lower Niger River dredging project started in 2009, not even 2017.
No, it was done. This one was done in 2017.
I'm coming.
The part was not even
Jonathan started it. Yaradua started it. The aim was to cover 572 kilometers from Warri in Delta State to Paru in Niger State to make the river more navigable. But the problem is, there was a contract from 34 to 47 billion which was paid out, but it ended up that the entire part of the River Niger.
And who was giving the contract?
No, it's just like somebody said, if government gives a contract, government must ensure that contract is effected and go after those people. Please. You don't just leave it to issue of trial.
Please, like, how far do we need to go to defend these criminals?
All right, let's
no. How far do we need to go to defend these criminals? You are telling me, why don't government put their gun to the head of the people that beat the ones in other regions? What are we saying?
But we don't know those giving the contract. We are just imagining. Let's quickly take a commercial. When we come back, we are going to continue with the conversation. This is the kind of conversation we like, where we argue facts against facts. Real against the real, not fiction. We are not here for fiction. We are not here for storytelling. We are here for facts. We'll be right back. Of course, you see Ijele, he's all for any argument. He's ready, and we're also ready. Everybody's ready. Let's take a moment. We'll be right back.
Quality bread, Wendy's bread. For your family breakfast, Wendy's bread. Up back it on the social, Wendy's bread. Mama, papa, they like Wendy's bread. Chicken and good, Wendy's bread. Even children, they like Wendy's bread. Oh, Wendy's bread. Wendy's bread. Get the better tasty, we go sweet your belly. Wendy's bread. Wendy's your body jumper. Wendy's bread.
Wendy's bread, tasty bread. You can contact us on our official address, 2nd Business Park, Enugu Road, GRA, beside Anambra State. We also have another branch at St. Michael Plaza at Attendant Road. Also contact us on 070-1149-1571. Wendy's bread, your tasty bread.
Wendy's bread.
When the stakes are high, the debates get hotter. When the issues demand clarity, we bring the fire. Welcome to Crossfire. Crossfire, where politics meets perspective, where issues are dissected, and where no topic is off limits. From the corridors of power to the pulse of the streets, we break down the politics, the controversies, and the decisions that shape our nation. Join Dr. Tony Olisanbeki as he puts guests on the hot seat, drilling them with the tough questions, demanding the hard truths, and leaving no room for half measures. Get ready for fearless conversations and uncompromising analysis. Crossfire, exclusive on Udala 104.7 FM Onitsha, every Saturday from 9 a.m. When you think of roofing, think of strength. When you think of durability, think of beauty. And when you think of all three combined, think Best Aluminium MFG Limited. At Best Aluminium, we don't just manufacture roofing sheets. We create protection, comfort, and style for your home and business. Whether you're building from scratch or repairing an old roof, we have exactly what you need. Our products include stone-coated roofing sheets, aluminum roofing sheets, and colored roofing sheets. But that's not all. We also offer residential and commercial roofing services, roof repairs, gutters, emergency roofing services, and even durable cookwares that bring quality to your kitchen. Visit us today at 30/32 Anyika Street, Awada Obosi, Anambra State, or call us right now on 0806-416-2374 or 0706-059-6203.
Here is a special invitation. Oluchukwu Microfinance Bank Limited Onitsha warmly invites you to her Customers Forum 2026. This year's powerful theme is Savings Culture, a necessity for business stability. Are you a trader, an entrepreneur, a business owner? Then this forum is specially designed for you. Join us on Wednesday, 19th March 2026 at Bethany House, number 1 Akko Street, Onitsha, close to Holy Rosary Hospital, Waterside. And also on Wednesday, 1st April 2026 at Madonna Parish, Nobi. Time is 10 a.m. prompt. Come and discover how building a strong savings culture can secure your business, strengthen your financial future, and guarantee long-term stability. Plus, enjoy insights from financial experts and connect with fellow business owners. And don't forget, download the Oluchukwu MFB app today on Google Play Store. Oluchukwu Microfinance Bank, your dream is here. This is signed management.
Onitsha ndị nwe ahịa, nke a bụ ụzọ anyị si asị unu daalụ maka ọmarịcha otu afọ nke nzikọrịta ozi Udala Radio dị otu afọ n'ọnwa Maachị a. N'ọnwa Maachị a niile, Udala nwere onyinye pụrụ iche maka ịgba afọ ọhụrụ a. Ịzụta advert slot abụọ, inwe otu mgbakwunye onyinye n'efu. Ịnụrụ nke ọma, ohere nke mgbasa ozi ahịa, ozi ọbụla maọbụ nke program ekwu ụgwọ, nweta ohere abụọ, anyị agbakwunyere gị otu. Nke a bụ ohere ị nwere ime ka ndị Ọnịcha n'obodo ndị ọzọ nụ ma mara maka ahịa gị. Gbata ọsọ ozugbo n'ihi ohere ọ pụrụ iche a malitere ugbu a ma bụrụ nke ga-abịa n'isi njedebe n'ụbọchị nke 31 n'ọnwa Maachị nke afọ a, n'ọnwa mgbakwunye afọ Udala. Maka ndebanye na ajụjụ, kpọọ anyị na 0803-350-4206 maọbụ ịbịa n'ụlọ ọrụ anyị dị n'Ọnịcha na nọmba 5 Okono Street n'okirikiri DMGS Roundabout. Ya bụ inwe ike ịkpọ anyị na 0803-350-4206 maọbụ ịbịa n'ụlọ ọrụ anyị na nọmba 5 Okono Street n'okirikiri DMGS Roundabout Ọnịcha. Udala Radio emeela otu afọ n'ọnwa Maachị a, ọkpọkọpi n'ezie.
You're welcome back. It's to Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM on Nature. This beautiful Saturday morning, we still have Ijele Speaks, Ijele Masquerade. He's still in the studio. He's not rattled. He's all out to defend whatever thought he has, and he's saying that he's going to defend that with every evidence he has got with himself. But then many say that we agree with him in most of the things he said, but on the issue of marginalization, that they do not agree with him. But he said that exclusion of any zone in anything is something he doesn't like. But he said, would you call that marginalization? What is marginalization? When you are not treated fairly or equally with others, that's marginalization. But of course he says that that has been the weapon some people are using to foster insecurity and enterprises they call whatever name, but he said it's just a private business. Let's get back to issues. Ijele, are you still here with us? I don't know if your mind is still here. It seems that you're thinking something or calculating something, or are you here body and soul together with us?
Just waiting for you, sir.
You're waiting for me. Let's take another call quickly because we have over 100 comments. I don't know where we're going to select the comments and then take few as much as we can. Let's go on. Good morning, you're welcome. Good morning. You're welcome. All right. You're not ready. You gave the daughter. All right, you're welcome. You gave your daughter the phone.
Yes, it was my son that was handling it. Thank you very much.
All right, quickly because of time.
This is Prince Elroy reaching you from Onisha. Please, I want to understand very well that you defended the Fulani during your analysis. You defended them in so many ways that they are not the ones involved in all the kidnappings. You only mentioned about one or two areas where you involve them, but it is all over the social media what the Fulani are doing. All over those places you mentioned, and even in Imboland, a Catholic, a Methodist bishop was kidnapped, and he paid 100 million. The man of God told us that the people who kidnapped him were Fulani. The video is all over the places. And we also will have many of them. If I have your contact, I will flood your phone with so many arrests of the Fulanis where they kidnap. Even here in another state, even that your area, that area, we have so many videos. But you came in here and defended the Fulani from A to Z and placed all of them on the iPhone. It's unfortunate.
All right.
It's unfortunate.
All right, that's the authority, because he said he defended all of them. Of course, he defended some he mentioned and said that it was said that they were, but from the report and the cases in court, and he said he followed some of these cases. But
sir, please let me address. Please, the Methodist prelate, former Methodist prelate, did not pay 100 million, and the church asked them why he had to step down ahead of time. Gentle is the one and his group that kidnapped the man. Go and check that.
So you are saying it wasn't kidnapped?
We have already go and watch his interview on BBC. The first one and second one saying two different things. That vehicle, he said, he ran away. The tire ran off the road. Go and watch that photo. The tire was what they used to suspend that vehicle under, and that airbag did not deploy. They used this trampoline or tapo, I don't know what they calling it, to the vehicle cover to stage that thing. It was Gentle and Co that did that. Go and watch that vehicle. Vehicle they told you that the airbag deployed. There was no heat from front and there was no heat.
Now the question
back.
is, are you defending Fulani Hex or
Why
headers? Are you defending them, or you are trying to be factual?
Why should I defend anyone?
So you're not defending anybody.
I'm defending the truth.
Okay, you're not defending anybody.
And see, this interview the documentary that is Togo Sigwe filmed. They asked every single person. They said there has never been a single Fulani in that place.
All right, let's quickly go back to the phone lines. You said you're not defending anybody, but you are stating what happened.
I'm defending the truth.
Okay, good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you. Good morning.
Good morning, Jesse.
You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Well, I'm not hearing you, but I believe you people are hearing me. Yeah, my name is Intibo Nyeka, written for the land of the rising from Biafran land. Very good morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't have much thing to say. Just to tell Ijele in the studio that we are all hearing what and defending the way you're defending the Fulani. We are on the ground seeing what is happening. And we are also asking these girls in the studio, not as if the country have been warning to their people to execute, and it happens they don't execute. Are we the masses want to prove the person why the contract is not executed, or is it the government that award the contract to that person? So I don't understand you, my gentleman, but all I know is that you are our brother, we know what you are, but we are just seeing how you follow are treating us. We are not being marginalized, but we know that we are marginalized. And with you defending the people I need, we know the type of person you are.
All right.
Even is coming on.
All right. I think you actually made a mistake by saying he's defending Fulani. He said that he's not defending them, that he's stating anything, the way things happened. If there are attacks, of course, we've seen Fulanis got involved in the northern part of the country.
Of course.
We've seen their attacks in Benue, even Saraba.
1 minute. Let me tell you. You see, I'm an Igbo man. If I pass through your community, they know that a stranger has passed there.
Yeah.
Let alone someone from a far distance. There is absolutely Iseke, Lilu, Mbose, Osumohu, Osuyitukwa, Asia, Iyala, Okija, sorry, not here, they are all Iyala, LGO, though we have Iyala. All these places I just mentioned, Okigwe, Njaba, Ekwe, Mbidi, all these places, I am telling you, there is no single community an outsider will come and do something there and go scot-free. And where you have people from outside doing anything, they must have a local collaborator. It's impossible for someone to come and set up camp in your place and it's not from there.
All right, let's see if we can take some comments on our social media platform. You are saying that you are talking about attacks purported to Fulani herders here in the southeast. You are saying that these are criminals.
There is nothing happening in the southeast that is not from within the southeast.
All right, let's see if we can just. There are so many comments here. Let me even see if I can take over 200 comments. Yeah. Okay. All right, we have this one coming from Honorable Basil Ogo. You are right. Igbos are the architect of their own problems. He, of course, does some praising you. This one says Ijele Dogo. Okay, some are saying great Ijele. Oh, you have a lot of people praising you. Okay, the evangelism of the truth by Ijele must speak. Okay, I think I'm looking at those who don't praise you. I don't want the praises. I'm looking at the ones that really would challenge you to your. Ijele is simply a fountain of knowledge. I don't want this. I don't want any praise. I want the one that will challenge some thoughts here. Possibly, say something contrary to what you just said.
And please, I will even love and next time I will come on Udala. Let us get maybe an open place. So it will be like an event where people can be asking live questions.
All right. We'll talk about it later on. All right. Okay. They said a lot of things. Please, Osi Tokwa is a topic. I think you should stick to it. Somebody said Osi Tokwa is a topic. I think the person did not explain further what he meant.
It's because of the oppression. I think it's the ongoing oppression over there.
Okay, there's ongoing oppression over there at Osi.
I'm just coming from Osi Tokwa.
You're coming from there?
Yes.
So can you share some of this
oppression? I'm on the ground.
You're on the ground.
Many people have deserted their community. Many communities are deserted. There is the boundary between Osu and Lilu. You won't see a single soul there. Please, I've told them, since we are here, let's leave this. He said, I said, you say, you say. How about we put cameras everywhere in our community and see these Fulani herdsmen? How about we who are the people telling people not to put cameras in their communities? Do you think it's actually Fulani herdsmen and Butuzo is there warning people not to put cameras in their community? So you don't want to see the Fulanis on video? You don't want to see their cattle? Let's have cameras everywhere in our communities.
So that's what you're projecting, that we should have cameras.
Let us have cameras everywhere.
But you said that these people don't want cameras.
Yes. So why would you be afraid of cameras? Why would you be afraid if you are not the one doing it?
sometimes you are saying they stage these attacks and then pretend that
100%.
They pretend that Fulanis did the attack. You are saying some of these attacks, they stage these attacks, but they pretended that Fulanis staged the attack.
Yes, I even have a video where one of them was carrying an AA, anti-aircraft, and he was pretending to be Fulani, speaking Hausa.
Oh, they pretend. They speak Hausa with Igbo accent.
This my brother that just left here saw the video. He knows it.
All right, Ijele, we are completely out of time. I was actually going through some of these comments on social media. Some of the comments there, they are praising you, and I said I'm not going to read them because I want those that will challenge some thought idea. I want this intellectual challenge.
Invite anyone.
You know, that's what I want.
For a
the majority of them, they are praising you on the on this, and some of them are also.
The light.
Why are they calling you the savior? Are you the savior?
No one should call anyone a savior.
But they
I don't like it.
I saw comments here. They are saying that Ijele, you are the savior.
Warning them. See,
you are telling them that they should not call you savior.
No single person can save Igbo. Are you okay? Are we?
You are saying that Igbo is so big for a single person to save.
For anybody, for any group to save. Who are you? Keki Kegira. Konyi Igbo.
Ibas, what's your final statement?
Ndebai, biko agwagi no di ise go ya agwo the question no di ise. And this evil that is going on in our land, it's festered this much because we allowed it. People can only have what they tolerate. Eyes must be open. We really need to go and meet all these people that have gone through this pain. I know somebody that has lost 11 people in his family. So many people are using this thing to go after those they have issues with, to settle scores. Some of them family issues. In Umunoha, let me give you this one.
Because quickly, time.
Yes, in Umunoha, 2 communities had a land dispute. If not because of the intervention of the people I called, they would have forced one family to sign out their land. Umuaparo Umume people, we are being forced to sign their land to Umuaparo in Umunoha. Go and ask this. So this is the type of thing we are going through. And in closing, please, I'm urging the executive governor of Anambra State, Governor Chukwumacha Soludo, and the governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodimma, to please come together and find a way to solve this issue. This Ihiala and also LGAs, those 2 LGAs, they need to come together and solve it. Just like Governor Soludo and Governor Peter Mba of Enugu should also look into the border between Oji River and Orumba and solve that issue, because these people is not in too much places that they are now. They are not as powerful as they used to be, and those communities are no longer welcoming to them as they used to. Please, they need to come together. And in closing, I want to salute the Chief of Army Staff, the Chief of Air Staff for all this, their contribution in this operation. 34 Artillery Brigade brings the Brigade Commander and the Garrison Commander. I thank them, the DSS in Imo State, the police, the local vigilante, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, and the local vigilantes. I thank them for all the good jobs they are doing. And above all, Tiger Base, keep fighting. I love you all.
All right, thank you so much. We also appreciate the Governor of Anambra State, His Excellency Soludo.
Amazingly well.
He's doing so much work.
He has reason.
We must appreciate Soludo for all the good works.
And please, just give me 30 seconds. The Governor Soludo, I'm begging you, this wonderful work I'm seeing in Oka, please extend it to Onitsha. Biko.
Road, of course.
Biko.
Thank you so much, Ijele, for your time. Thank you so much for coming all the way from Lagos. Because you came from Lagos to Osi-Itukpa, from Osi-Itukpa down here. Yes, thank you so much. Of course, we're going to have a rematch of this, and we're going to keep our people posted, and we're going to allow more comments. That period will allow you to bring in your thoughts. Please bring evidence. So that we can argue some of these things.
I will give you whatever you need.
Thank you so much. That's been the show, Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM. He has been tough, he has been fire, he has been explosive, and then the social media is actually blistering. I'm seeing comments on social media. Keep it coming. We appreciate you all. We love you all. My name is Tony. But listen, beg the honorable speaker, we're gonna do this next week. Remember, our anniversary is coming up next week, Saturday. Everything is ongoing. A lot of packages. Of course, many of you will have the music station at DMJ's Roundabout. about, where you're going to enjoy yourself. And please, there's so much lined up for you. The Udala 104.7 anniversary coming up next week, Saturday. Thank you so much, and bye, and do have a wonderful weekend.